So generators and manifesting generators, this is for you. You are the life force of the planet. Obviously, you're here to work, create, sustain. And this energy is designed to be responded to and built up through engagement with what is a yes for you. The more you engage with life, with the yeses of life, the more expressed you will be fully you in the world. And that is alignment. So the authority for this configuration is the sacral center, right? So a motor, not an awareness center, and it is consistent, reliable, and mechanical. It does not have like an off button, right? Once it's on, you don't get to logically choose what you have the energy available for. So it speaks in the present moment through the body itself. Now, when you pair that with an undefined spleen, which means there's no consistent internal alarm system for safety, health, or timing, and you're absorbing everybody else, you're picking that up from other people, understanding the difference between what is yours and what is borrowed is critical to aligning your decision making with this particular configuration. We want to be really clear about what a sacral response actually is. I will die on this hill, and one of the biggest reasons I came back into the human design space was to correct a lot of misinformation. And the sacral response is one of the bigger ones. So before anything else, it's important to be precise about what the sacral response is and what it is not. It is a motor, so its response is mechanical. It is body-based. It is produced by physical resonance between the thoracic diaphragm and the pelvic diaphragm, functioning literally like a drum. This is a biological frequency of energy availability, not an emotional state or a mood. Okay? It is not excitement. It is not a full body yes. I'm so lit up by it's not that. If that's what you're feeling, something else is creating that feeling. That's not your sacral. Okay? We're going to talk about what it is, but we're going to talk about what it isn't. So, the sacral response sounds audible. It's an for yes, or an or a whatever that is for you. It arises before the mind can intervene. I'm talking if you, like when I'm working with somebody and I'm helping them experiment with finding their sound, I'm asking yes or no questions in repetition. If their eyes are going up or down or to the side, or it takes longer than 2 seconds to answer, they've moved to their mind, answer's no good. It's a visceral gut level sensation of expansion or contraction. People were just describing it on my threads as, just this open feeling of energy. It was, okay, I'm opening up to this. You will see it in actually how people lean in or lean out. It's a physical thing, but it does have a voice. If you say you don't have a voice, you simply have not been experimenting with it or connected to it, and we can change that. It is there, but it is calm and immediate and specific to the stimulus in front of it. Specific to the stimulus in front of it, being presented to it in that moment. What the sacral response is not, it is not excitement or enthusiasm. Those belong to the solar plexus. It is not a whole body lighting up or an adrenalized high. There you're looking at the spleen with the buzz. Adrenaline, you're looking at the root. It is not a feeling of hope, longing, or emotional resonance. Again, solar plexus. It's not something the mind generates through pros and cons. Just the other day, I was making a decision and I noticed my mind trying to go through all the cons, and I was like, these are all valid, but that doesn't change that I need to listen to my authority. So I had my husband ask me a lot of yes or no questions so I could warm up my sacral and then get the right answer for me, regardless of the pros and cons. Because I know that if I follow that sacral response, the cons work themselves out. So this distinction matters enormously. A generator who waits to light up before trusting that response, if I didn't get a light up, it wasn't a whole body yes, is going to miss it. They are going to miss the subtle, consistent gut sound that are actually telling you this is for you. Excitement is temporary. It's an emotional state. You're going to lose that state as you go through the process, and you're going to realize, wow, I don't actually have the energy for this. And then it's not good. The sacral is a reliable energy check. happening right now. So the sacral cannot initiate. It requires something outside of itself to respond to. So a direct question, an opportunity presenting itself, an environmental cue. We're going to go into a little bit what that is. So this is the core mechanic of it. This does not mean it's like you're sitting around waiting for something. It means staying present and engaged with life. It means creating an experience of response. When I feel that I'm not really interacting with life, which means responding, I'm going to go out in nature. I'm going to hear the birds chirp and I'm going to go, yes. I'm opening up to the birds chirping. You just want to go and create an energy of opening up, making just going and working with the world around you. You want to be engaging with life. If I'm feeling stagnant, sometimes I'll just watch an hour of Netflix and see what I'm responding to just to get the energy going. So the easiest way to access the authority and practice is through yes or no questions, a trusted person. So like I said, I have my husband ask me yes or no questions that are easy, right? Like, is your middle name Michelle? Is your middle name Sally? Do you love living in the country? And we find out a lot during this, by the way. But you want to make sure that person is just asking questions and they're not trying to direct you and guide you anywhere. But the direct question bypasses the mind and the noise of all the conditioning, and it allows your gut to start working before you start thinking about it. And you will notice that you're more in touch with your gut. Because it is a consistent motor, unlike an awareness center, it can be queried and asked questions repeatedly. If there's uncertainty, asking the same question in a different way can absolutely help. I always say, if I'm getting it, then I just need more information. Just keep asking or ask it differently. That we actually did that. I was like, I got it. And I said, can you ask it a different way? And we got there. So the most important thing for this configuration is spontaneity is dangerous. And the sacral operates in the now. The spleen creates a pull towards the now, a buzz around the now. When those two forces combine, the pressure to act immediately can feel like clarity, but it's not. It can feel like a buzz, like a spark, like a sudden sense of aliveness, and almost feeling better than good. And it can feel like a green light, right? Well, obviously, if this feels good, I got to do this thing. It can feel like the body's saying yes. But that's not the sacral speaking. It's borrowed splenic energy. Acting on the buzz leads to committing sacral energy to something that it's not actually correct for. And for a generator or a manifesting generator, that means sustained energy going towards the wrong thing, right? The result is very frustrating. It doesn't mean you don't get to have what you want or what is correct for you. It doesn't mean that it's just you're taking the longest road possible. The longest, hardest, windiest, gravel-filled road when you could just take the cleanest, clearest, most beautiful path there. So a genuine sacral response would be mechanical, rooted, based in pre-mental. Splenic buzz is exciting, feel good, seductive. The core mantra for this configuration is what feels good is not necessarily good for you. The buzz feels good, spontaneity feels good, acting in the moment feels aligned, but the sacral's truth is not found in what feels exciting or alive in somebody else's aura. It is found in the quiet, like consistency, mechanical response when queried with questions honestly and alone or with somebody that you trust or without being in the presence of other people. So your decision flow is going to be wait for something to respond to or create an environment of response, meaning go out, start asking people yes or no questions. Then they'll ask you yes or no questions. Go out in nature, respond to nature, give nature something to respond to. Just you can create that experience as well. Notice the gut response. So what arises before the mind even has a chance to speak? Just double check, make sure it's not this really emotional or visceral buzz or excitement. Confirm the consistency. So does the yes remain once you're home alone or you're away from other people? And then if you're a manifesting generator, you want to inform before acting. So always letting people know that are going to be affected by it, what you got going on. Then you can start. When you get this right, the frustration lifts, I promise you. the energy goes towards what is correct for you, and the work stops feeling like depletion because you're not working for other people. You're working for you.